Grand Rising family, Soul Tribe. So I'm gonna do a little 7 card pull. We're gonna go around the 7 directions of the medicine wheel and just gonna get any guidance that the Great Spirit has for you today. And yeah, let's see what comes out. I was feeling called to do a reading today, and that's it right there. Interesting. 5 of Wands for the significator card. So this is our initial energy for the reading right here. And what this tells me is that you may be going through a lot of battles in your life right now, and a lot of areas where you have to stand up for yourself. And that there could be a lot of energies that are wanting to have altercations with you in some sort of way, or to disagree with the path of your life and what it is that you represent. But I can see here also that it looks like in the energy that you are defending yourself, and that you're standing up for your truth, and that you are standing in your truth unapologetically. And I think that that's the perfect place for us to go ahead and start out this reading here. And Great Spirit, if we can, do you have any guidance for us from the East, from new beginnings, from grandfather son, from our inner child, from our formative years? Is there anything that you would like to give to us in regards to a new beginning energy or direction? That's the one right there. Interesting. 8 of Wands. And what I get from this card is fast communication and messages. So what this is telling me is both in and out of your life, the guidance right now is to be swift with your truth and with those messages, and be willing to unapologetically send out your truth. And this could look like maybe social media for you. This could look like writing a book. This could look like making music. This could look like whatever your version of truth is. What I'm getting from this energy is that we're being called to send that truth out, and be willing to send all of those wands or arrows in whatever direction our heart feels called to, and to not make judgments of ourselves. But that this also may include a lot of messages coming in which will be both positive and negative. People disagreeing, people agreeing with what you have to say, people supporting you, people maybe thinking that you're doing something wrong. They don't like the way that you connect with the divine. They think that you're devil worshiping, or I get that so often with people about tarot. And I think tarot can be very inappropriate at times, specifically certain readers who use it to like touch into energies of people outside of the person who's requesting the reading. In my experience, that's considered black magic or dark magic. Anytime you touch energy or connect with or read energy of something that you don't have permission for, that is kind of frowned upon in my understanding. And I think that a lot of readers online kind of prey on people's fear, and they kind of give false hope. So my intention here is to just any energy that comes out from Great Spirit that may guide or help you in your life on your personal journey. That's what we're looking for here. So do we have anything from the South, Great Spirit? Do you have any guidance from Amaru, Sachamama, the great mothers of water, who teach us to shed our old ways as they shed their skin? So with that transformation process, Great Spirit, do we have any guidance from that direction? That's it right there. We've got the Hanged Man. Interessante. Interesting. And also this came up as well, so I'm going to take it. The 8 of Pentacles. So what this is telling me is, with the Hanged Man, we want to sit and reflect and look at things from a different angle, not like the normal perspective. And that's why the man is hanging upside down, and that's how he's starting to understand things at a more deep level. And I always get almost like a hermit energy from the Hanged Man. It's very reflective, and through that reflection, that's what rights the Hanged Man, or that's what leaves him as righted even in the upside down position, seeing the world differently, but allowing through that different perspective to see deeper truths. And this is the Eight of Pentacles, which is telling me that Spirit is guiding us to work on our craft and to be willing to put in the work right now. That to look at it like we haven't already got to the goal. It's the journey that's the goal. It's doing the thing that is the fun part. Whether that's learning guitar, if you're learning a language, whether you're, whatever it is for you, family, whatever it is that you're working on, it's learning to do the thing. It's working on it. That's the fun part. It's not like achieving some goal. I've said this a lot, but I like to say it. We don't just go to the end of the hike. And would you really want to? The whole point is hiking, and that's life. It's like you don't take a helicopter to the top of Everest. All the people that go climb it want to climb it, and that's something we have to remember. It's not about achieving some goal. It's in uncovering the real version of ourselves that you have to become, that, or I guess it's not becoming, it's shedding everything that was not that in order to become your truest self. And it's that journey of continuous becoming our truest self that makes the journey worthwhile. That's beautiful. I love that. Okay, Spirit, do we have any guidance from the West here? We're going to call on Mother, Sister Jaguar, Brother, Father Bear, the Cave of the Self, the Heart Cave. There we go. King of Swords. Sharp. And what I'm feeling with this is that we're being called to stand for our truth, even if that means having a sharp tongue, even if that means having boundaries like a moat with crocodiles and sharks in it and freaking velociraptors running around. Nobody's getting in unless you give the okay. That's the energy that I'm getting. Very, very sharp energy. But that can also be kind. Sharp is not necessarily like mean or unkind in any way. So what I'm getting from this is that we're being called to be very sharp with our energy, with standing up for ourselves, with saying what we believe to be true, unapologetically, not giving a shit what anybody else thinks outside of ourselves, but to honor our truth, our own heart guidance, following that innate intuition, and being strong and unforgiving with that truth. So I think that that's powerful, especially in the space of the Cave of the Self, which is what I think of as the West, and reflection and maturity. And this may have looked like getting walked all on or walked all over your whole life. And this I can resonate with very much. I was a bit of a people pleaser my whole life. Oh, what do they like? What do they want me to do again? But the thing is, family, when you do that, people like you less. You know what I mean? And then if they do like you, they're liking an act. And the longer you have to put on that act, the less and the less and the less and the less amount of joy you get from people liking it, because they don't like you. They like a mask that you're wearing. And eventually it gets so uncomfortable that you have no choice but to be authentic. And that, my friend, is true freedom. So I think that that's part of this King of Swords energy, is calling for authenticity, that sharp and strong authenticity. All right, Great Spirit. We're going to call on the North. Do you have anything for us here for the North? We want to call to the ancestors, 7 generations and before, and those who will walk 7 generations and beyond us. Do you have anything for us here? What do we got, y'all? We call on the hummingbird and the buffalo. Oh, there we are. Queen of Cups. Beautiful. So to me, cups are always super in tune with emotions, which I guess is kind of standard. But to me, this is like emotional fulfillment. And that this is kind of like the culmination of fighting for our truth, of being willing to send out our messages to anybody and everybody, and to receive the messages and the information that's coming into us. Quick communication, being quick on our feet, able to handle all of that, while also looking at the world from a different perspective, and putting in the hours, putting in the daily stuff. This is like Saturn's lessons, which is like doing the little everyday grounded action that'll take you to your goals, and then being sharp and authentic with that leads to true fulfillment. And this is, for me, what that means. The Queen of Cups is emotional fulfillment. It's having this super fancy cup right here, and that's having everything that you want emotionally is really the energy that I get from this. And it's interesting. I've never seen that before. This, I'm not sure what this is back behind there, but it looks like a clam to me. And I got that this is how you open up and become that pearl. And one thing that's interesting to reflect on is the pearl is caused from imperfections. It's caused from debris and things that are not supposed to be there getting inside the clam, and then the clam covers it up and covers it up and covers it up, and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. So the things that were most not wanted in our life are the things that create our beauty. Oof, interesting, powerful. Okay. So we want to do also the spaces of above, below, and within. And to me, this always means like above is Father Sky, the Cloud Nation, the Star Nation, all of our kind of star families, and like the energy of the Thunderbird. And below would be like the deep earth and kind of the lower vibrational realms, also like kind of the womb of creation, from which all things, light, everything comes from. So we want to touch base with that space, with the deep like mothering energy, and then we want to touch in with the space of within, which to me is like grace itself. It is the divine. It's the great spirit. It is the supreme being that exists within every single one of us. And it comes back to like what Yeshua says. Yeshua, the kingdom of heaven is within every single one of us. It's within your own heart. And that is the supreme, the divine, the monad, the whatever you'd like to call it, Sophia, Pachamama. There's lots of different names for that energy. So let's start for above. I like to use these starseed oracles. Let's see what we got from the star family. That's the one, okay. Portal, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. Ooh, shoot. I love that. Portals opening, fam. That's pretty self-explanatory. Wild card. And this gives me that. This is like, fits into anything, that it can go with whatever choice that you want to do, but that the spirit is opening a portal for you. You can play the aces, you can play the kings, you can play the queens, you can play the whatever you want to play. You want to play tens, you want to do a full house, whatever you don't have and you need, spirit's bringing it to you. Portals opening, wild card. Doors are opening, you decide. Beautiful. This also gives me like Atlantis, Lemuria vibes. So you could be connecting with past lives or simultaneous lifetimes that you're also experiencing there as well. And these could be versions of yourself that are helping to lead you back to a more authentic, more true version of yourself. I love that. Thanks, y'all. Okay, let's do from below. I'm being called to use one of these animal spirit cards here. I don't know what the deck is called, but we're going to see what we got. Interesting. That's a bunch of cards that popped out, though. I don't really particularly want to... I'll take the top one, which was a beaver. Card 22 if you like numerology. And I really don't know a whole lot about what this card says, so I'm just intuition here. The beaver is able to change its environment. It's one of the, besides human, I think it's the animal that can most change its environment out of any animal on the planet. So, and also patience and the time it takes to bite down trees and to build dams and to flood areas for the long goal. And so I think that Spirit's calling for that energy from the depths within ourselves, being willing to chew on the wood, the little things that are right in front of us, do the stuff, but having that long goal where we can see, okay, we need to flood this whole area, we need to do this, it's going to help all the life in the area. It will create more space for fish, it's going to help certain, whatever it is. Having that intuitive knowledge and working together as part of our Pachamama, as part of our Mother Earth, and being led that there is a higher path and a higher goal, and to being willing to do the little things day to day. And that comes back to that Eight of Pentacles of what is necessary for us to reach those goals, even if we're not quite sure what that is. I'm not sure if the beaver sits there and consciously like, okay, I'm going to flood this whole place, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But it's like there's this grand design behind the instincts that are leading it. So I think Spirit is calling for us to follow those instincts, even if we don't understand the full grand design. Okay. And yeah, okay. I was going to use a different deck, but this one's being called for me. So we're going to do the space of within. Do we have anything from within, Great Spirit, from the space of the innocence of the deer? Oh, I got two. Interesting. Got Shock of the New and Pandora's Gift. This, again, kind of touches in with that wild card energy is what I'm getting from it. That something surprising and unexpected is coming in for you. And that this is going to elevate you and take you to the next level of your life and to allow you the opportunity to embody even more fully that which you are becoming and that which you have always been. And, ooh, beautiful. That also with this Pandora's Gift, I see here like these, what look like magic glasses or like something. And my intuitive guidance is that you're starting to see through all of the illusions. It doesn't matter what that illusion is in your life, that you now see clearly. And what better of a place to be than seeing through illusions and seeing clearly. And through that clear sight is leading you to the shock of the new. And this gives me like connecting with nature, but also connecting with technology and like music and society, but also like with earthing, grounding, getting in the water, going on hikes, talking to the birds, talking with the animals, like that you're really this bridge between both worlds, and that through your conscious awareness and your loving awareness and your ability to see through those most loving eyes, that this is allowing the world to reflect that sight back to you and bring in new abundance that you are now able to receive. Beautiful. I love you, family, and sending out my love and my light and my prayers and my blessings, all the good things, whatever you need, headed your way, family. I love you.